morning. Today we are looking at Maths Book 1, Unit 2, page 14. So, what it says here is that you need 11 things and 2 dishes. Now, in the book, it uses cubes. You don't have to use cubes. You could use something like beans or beads. You need 11 of them. So you get your 11 beads and you put some of them into one bowl and some of them into the other bowl. Now, you need to decide which one of them is red and which one of them is blue. It doesn't matter if they're not really blue. You just need 2 bowls. So the first bowl we'll call the red bowl. You count the number of beans or beads in there and you put them here. Then in the second bowl, you put the beads here. Then you answer the questions. And you say whichever colour it was made the longer line. And then you say which one made the shorter line. Now then, you use the words more or less. More means bigger. Less means smaller. So, let's do this on the whiteboard. Here we are looking at page 14. We've got it up on the whiteboard. We have our blue dish and our red dish. And I started with 11 beans. So I put 6 of them into the blue bowl and 5 into the red bowl. So in the book, here is red and here is blue. So you put the red beans in the red line and the blue beans in the blue line. When you've done that, you can answer the questions. It says, which line is the longer line? So which one of these is longer? So you write the colour here. Which is the shorter line? You write the colour here. Now, more or less. More means bigger. Less means smaller. So you should write, there are more or less cubes in the longer line. Which one of these is bigger? Which one of these is more? You write your answers here. Now we're looking at page 15. You've got 2 frogs and they've got some stones to jump on. So you need a dice, so you throw a dice and... Right, I got 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I throw a dice again. And I got 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I landed on numbers and then you write your numbers in here. You look at your numbers and write more or less. So, you write, so I would write 5 is more than 4. 5 is more than 4. 4 is less than, so you do that one there, and then here you write 4 is less than 5. 4 is less than 5. So you don't copy teachers' numbers, you get your own by rolling a dice. Or ask mummy to tell you 2 numbers between 0 and 6. Now, here we have a table. You've got numbers down the middle. The first one, number 7, 2 less, that's 2 smaller, it's 5. Number 7, 2 more is 9. So you do the same thing for these. 2 less than 8, 2 more than 8. 2 less than 9, 2 more than 9. You do the same each time. Now, here it says more or less. Now you've got to write the word more or less. 8 is 4 more than 4. 6 is it bigger or smaller? So you need to write less, and then you find out the difference between those two and write the number here. 5 is bigger or smaller than 5. So you write the less or more is here, and then you write the difference between those two here, and you do the same for all the other numbers. Page 16. You have a set of numbers and you have a number line. Now you don't need to have actual cards, you can just pick numbers, it's okay. Or you can ask Mummy to give you 2 numbers between 0 and 9. So I'm going to choose, let's say 3 and 7. It's not right, is it? 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I've got 3 and 7 on a number line. So now it says, write all the numbers that come between them. So that's 4, 5, and 6. Now you do the same thing again. And you start with, what have we got now? Now, if you had all of these numbers and it says mark on the line the highest number, well, that's 9. And the lowest number is 0. So all the numbers in between is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's what you're going to do for the next part. Now then, next page, page 17. Look at these number patterns. Fill them in by writing in the numbers between the other numbers. So on the caterpillar, if we were on the caterpillar, you've got 0, you've got 2, 4 and 7. So that would be 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now look at these ones where you've only got squares. We've got 5, 6, then we've got 8 and 10. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now look at these. Decide what the correct number is that goes in these squares. Okay, when you finish that, go on to this one with a rocket and then fill in the numbers on the rocket. So we're on page 18. We've got a game where you've got a dice and a whole load of cubes. Now if you haven't got cubes, then you can just use beans or beads, doesn't matter. If you haven't got a dice, doesn't matter. Just get Mummy to tell you numbers between 1 and 6. So, you throw the dice. You collect that number of beans or cubes and you put them into a square on a table or into a dish. Then you throw again and put them into the same place. Now, when you've got 10, you move them over to the tens dish or on the table. You leave some in here and you put a 10 in here. Then you keep doing that. You keep throwing the dice until you can make another 10. When you've got enough for 2 10s and you've got some left in the ones, now you can stop. So how many 10s do you have? Well, it's 2. How many are left over? How many are in your ones container? Now, what does that make? That makes, in this example, it makes 26. But you don't write 26, you use your numbers. And you put your answer, which will be 20 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know which. Now, page 19. What number do you make with 2 10s and 5 1s? You write the number here. You 1 10 and 8 1s, write the number here. 3 10s and 7 1s, write the number here. 24 is made of how many 10s and how many 1s? 18 is made of how many 10s and how many 1s? 8 is made of how many 10s and how many 1s? Write your answers there. Now then, it says here 3 10s and 4 1s. So which one of these pictures is 3 10s and 4 1s? Is it this one or this one? Here it says 2 10s and 3 1s. Which one of these two pictures goes with this? Does this go with this or this? Which one of these sentences goes with the picture? Draw a line from the words to the picture. Then you draw a line from the numbers to the correct picture. So you've got 2 lots of numbers and you draw, so you've got 6 things to join with lines to the 2 pictures. In the workbook, page 14. Now, look at the picture. Here it says 5 is 4 less than 9. So you've got 5 squares here and 9 squares here. So the sentence is 5 is 4 less than 9. So you do the same for the other questions. Number 2. 11 is it bigger or smaller? So you write more or less. And you do the same for all the other questions, just like you did in the textbook. Page 15. So, write the number that is 3 more and 3 less than the given number. So here you've got the numbers. On this side you're going to write less than numbers, and on this side you're going to write more than numbers. So this one was 7, 3 less is 4, 3 more is 10. You do the same thing for all the other numbers. Now, here we have 9 is 5 more than 4. You do the same thing for all the other numbers. You write something that looks like this, but you do it for the numbers for each one. So 11 is bigger or smaller? It's smaller. So you go smaller than. And then you write the number of how many the difference between this and this is. You can use the number track to find out. You've got 11 and there's 14. So you go 1, 2, 3. So 11 is 3 less than 14. And you do the same for all the other numbers. Now, we're doing page 16. Write any number that is between the 2 numbers. Use the number track to help you. So the first number is 6, the second one is 7, and the third one is 9. So a number between 8 and 11. Any number between 8 and 11. Any number between 12 and 17. And you do the same thing for all of these numbers. It's just one number. It doesn't have to be any particular number as long as it's bigger than that and smaller than that. And you do the same thing for all the other numbers, okay? Next page. Write the missing numbers on the number patterns. So we've got 7, 8, and then you fill in the numbers, and then you've got 11, and a missing number, and then 13 and 14. You keep going, and you do that for all of these pictures. Okay? Page, that was 17. Partition each number into 10s and 1s. That means write them separately. So here's a number with 10s and 1s, and here we've got that there's 3 10s and 5 1s in this number. You do the same thing for all the other numbers. And the last page, page 19, write these numbers. So this time you've got the 10s and the 1s, and you've got to write the full number. Here we've got 5 10s and 3 1s, which is 53. You do the same thing for all these other numbers. Now then, here we've got sums to do. 40 plus 6 equals 46. 20 plus 1 equals, and you write the answer. And do the same thing for all the other questions.